Good evening, PA Figs. Malta Black 35. Getting a whole bunch of them, and I should have trimmed this tree a little bit lower because it's hard to reach the ones up top there, and I see some figs that need bags. Knock on wood, and I'm probably going to regret saying this, I have been able to keep SWD semi under control this year. Bagging every fig, picking up figs that fall on the ground, and spraying with a mixture of Spinosad and 7. And so far, I mean, they're still here, but with all the rain we've had, I thought I'd have a terrible time. So far, I see them, but they haven't, impacted my figs greatly. So it's been a good preventative measure this year. So, all right, Malta Black 35. This one feels like it's nice and ripe. Let's see. There we go. It was in a little bit of a shadier area, so it's a little bit darker, but let's go check it out. Okay, Malta Black 35. I call these guys my little bombshells. They're not real big figs normally. We've had a lot of rain, so I don't think this fig is going to live up to the hype, but normally when you get a hot streak of weather, maybe like 5 days of heat and sun in a row, these guys dehydrate a little bit, and the insides are just absolutely stunning, and they taste delicious. This guy is not quite there. We've had a lot of rain this whole summer. I mean, it's been really wet. I haven't had to water the lawn even once. Had to mow it a lot, but haven't had to water it. And everything's just staying nice and hydrated. Figs are getting overwatered because I have a timer, and I don't adjust it for when it rains, so oh well. Complaints of a person about to eat a fresh fig. What can I tell you? Alright, let's cut her open. Alright, and I apologize. This is probably like the 12th video in a row that I've made excuses for not using the tripod. Quite frankly, I've just been too lazy. Haven't felt like going, getting it, setting it up. So hopefully these videos are steady enough. Let's see what we got. Pretty nice. Even with all the rain we've had, that's pretty nice. Let's see if I can tilt it up against a edge here. Not too shabby. See, it's definitely got some of that jamminess to it. Let's make sure there's nothing squirming in it. I know earlier I said that SWD hadn't been too bad this year, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to pay for it on one of these figs I'm cutting open tonight. I'm not seeing any. Not seeing any SWD at all. Alright, let's give this guy a try. Boy, I don't know if you can see that. It actually is pretty jammy. It's not up to its normal standards, but pretty darn nice. Alright, let's try it. Oh, very good. Very good. So this fig on its best day, it's not going to win the flavor category. It doesn't have that pop of berry flavor. It has a good amount of berry flavor, just not like a Black Madeira or Genovese Nero. But what it does have is a texture that's just soft on the tongue. Real smooth texture inside. A little bit of seed crunch, but not a lot. I mean, on the inside, texture-wise, it's probably a 10 fig. Flavor-wise, it's probably an 8. Looks-wise, it's probably a 5. It's not the prettiest fig on the outside. But overall rating, because of the texture and the decent flavor, it ranks pretty high up there. And it ripens early. And, it's a good fig. If you're going to have a dozen figs in your collection, this is probably one that I would recommend, especially in the Northeast. It ripens really nice. It may not have the fancy name, it may not have any fancy characteristics to it, but it's just a solid fig. And I really enjoy it. Very good. Be careful when you're buying this fig. There are a lot of different Malta Blacks out there. I don't really think there is a single true Malta Black. Malta Black just means it came from the island of Malta, and it's a black fig. So what distinguishes this one is the number 35 at the end. And that designates a nursery called, I believe it was Belclair, that had a bunch of figs that they had, I believe, imported or collected from the U.S. And this was number 35 on their list. So, you know, Malta Black 35 may not be the same as a Malta Black elsewhere. You just never know. I think a lot of them are the same, and I think there's some that are different varieties, maybe just as good, maybe even better, but you just need to keep that in mind when you're looking to purchase a Malta Black. Alright, good fig. Hope you enjoyed. I'm PA Figs. Have a good night.